Hi, how are you? I hope you're doing great. First of all, happy Halloween to those of you who celebrate. And as you can tell by the title, this video is a very simple video. It's Halloween tag. I'm going to leave you. I've gotten the list of questions from a blog, which I will leave you the link a card around here and also in the comment section down below, so please go check it out. If you want to read the questions, maybe make a video for yourself and answer it, or simply write, or whatever you want to do with them. So let's get started. First question: favorite horror or Halloween theme song? Well, this is a simple question because I only know one horror terror theme song, so it would be Thriller by Michael Jackson. Question number 2. Name something you wouldn't want to run into a dark... Excuse me. Name something you wouldn't want to run into in a dark forest or in an abandoned building. Well, first of all, you wouldn't find me in a dark forest or an abandoned building, but if I ever had to find myself in such places, I wouldn't want to run into some... In all honesty, it would be someone with evil plans, like someone criminally ready to do something. But since this is a Halloween tag, I would say a werewolf, because my cardio is horrible and I wouldn't be able to run. I think I would make myself into a ball in the floor and start crying. So that would be the last thing I did before I was killed. Really fun. 3. Have you ever played with a Ouija board? No, I haven't, I never have, I never will, I have no intention. I do have the pull, the thought of, what if? But I'm too scared to even try. And I know it is a game, like a Hasbro game. I know that, I know it was created for kids to play, families to play. But the thing is, we don't know what's on the other side and we don't know how it works. So I believe that intention does create or do things. So when you are using the Ouija board, basically you are inviting anything and anyone who is around in another place that you don't know to come into your space, into your safety place. So no, it's a big no-no for me. Any kind of paranormal game or game where you are inviting something to your life that you cannot control, it would be a big no-no for me. So not demon summoning, no Ouija board, no Bloody Mary, any of that. 4. Favorite horror monster or villain? Well, I would say werewolves too. So they are what scare me the most and my favorite kind of being. 5. The creepiest thing that's ever happened while you were alone. Well, let me tell you. So, right after my grandfather passed away in his home, we had to take care of my grandmother, and what we did was she moved in with my parents and I moved in the house. So for a year I was living all by myself in the house my grandpa died. Yeah. So it was an old apartment And one night I was sitting in the living room space with my computer and probably editing, because it was the year that I was doing the 1 year challenge, the 365 videos back in my Spanish channel, link around here. So there was editing, and out of the corner of my eye I see that the curtain of the window, it is moving like there's someone behind it. I swear this happened. Like the curtain moved and it looked like someone was right. You know, when in the movies people hide behind a curtain, when you know what I'm talking about, right? So that happened. My heart immediately started pounding. I take off my earphones and I hear that that a storm has started. So I think, okay, it's the wind that okay. I immediately justified like that. Okay, it was a storm. I knew that the windows were not properly. I don't know how to say that in English. Basically, the air from outside came inside. The windows were not protective enough. And I convinced myself of that. But I lived there for a whole year. It rained, it stormed, many things, like it happened other times, and that's the only time that the curtain did that. The rest of the time there was hard wind, there was moments where I was cold inside a house, but not a single time this ever happened again. Now my parents and my brother live in that house. My brother sleeps in that room, and that has never happened ever again. But to this day I still convince myself that it was a storm and there was nothing there. So next question. 6. If you were dared to spend the night in a haunted house, would you do it? Well, that depends. If we are talking, as in the second question, about an abandoned building, which is not cared for, probably with things falling down and a dangerous living situation, no. But if you said you can live there for free, only paying your utilities, in a house which is in good form, you can live in, there's no issues other than being haunted, yes, I would. Because girl, rent is expensive. I was trying to be funny, please don't hate me. Okay, but yeah, I would live. Well, it says spend the night. If I spend the night in a haunted house and you give it to me for free, I'll live there. I'll vlog it. I'll show you the haunted house. But it has to be for free. I'm not paying. 7. Are you superstitious? So, I'm from Spain, from a place called Galicia, which is on top, the part of Spain that is on top of Portugal. And the thing, we have a saying which says, eu non creo nelas, pero a velas haylas. Which is a saying that you say when people start talking about meigas, who are similar to witches. They are not literally translated to witches. And you say that you don't believe in them, but there are some of them. Which is a way of saying that I don't believe, I don't deal with that kind of stuff, but I respect it, and I wouldn't dare to disrespect a known witch. Okay, so that's what I would say. I don't believe like dealing with that kind of stuff, but I do respect it and know that there are things that I can't control. Uh, do you ever see figures in your peripheral vision? No, but apparently it's because I'm basically blind. I have a friend who told me about this thing that people see, which is kind of like a dust or flies in your eyes, and apparently everyone sees them. It's something in your eyes, and I know, and I don't see it. So maybe there is things in my peripheral vision, but I'm too um, I but I do see it. I'm very sorry if I'm not speaking properly. Para, para, para. Question number 9. Which urban legend scares you the most? Well, there are many urban legends that scare me. Obviously, I think the one that scares me the most would be the one that talks about people living in your home without you noticing. So that one is the urban legend that scares me the most. Um, I'll give you a short story if you don't know the urban legend. Uh, there's this woman in Japan. She's a teacher. She's teaching, and one student misses the bus, asks to stay in her home. She accepts, even though she's really hesitant. And once they are going to sleep, she has a bed, and he sleeps on the floor because apparently this kid is Japanese or something. No, he's a Japanese student, and the moment he lays down, he asks her, "Hey, I'm really hungry. Let me get you. Let's go somewhere to have dinner, and I'll." And she's like, "No, it's late. Let's go to sleep." And he's like, "No, no, no, no. I'm very hungry. Please, please, let's go, let's go, let's go." He pressures her until she accepts. And once they're outside, he tells us, "I'm not hungry. We need to call the police. There's someone under your bed." They call, and apparently there's a homeless person who has been living in the house for some months. So that's the urban legend, but which is apparently based in real stances where people have had other people living in their homes without them noticing. And if you have like a person who just stays there, and it's creepy but not scary, but if someone can live in your home without you noticing, it's really scary to me. Yeah, that's the scariest to me, of course. 10. Do you prefer gore or thrillers? Well, I would say thrillers, because not because I think gore is like, oh no, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm not squeamish or anything like that, but if I want a movie to scare me, I don't want to just have blood all over the place. Doctors have that kind of stuff, and it's not that crazy or anything. It's not scary, it's well, but not. So I prefer thrillers. And if there has to be gore or blood, I like it to be justified. Like, I don't know. I'm not a movie maker, but you know what I'm talking about. Question number 11. Do you live in multiple dimensions or worlds? I'm too dumb to that kind of stuff. I know there are like different things. I know I talked about the Mandela effect. One of the theories is that there's multiple universe, multiple worlds or something like that. I'm too stupid for that kind of stuff. I might believe it if I was able to understand it. Question number 12. Ever made a potion of any sort? My mother would answer this question. Yes, she has, she did, and she ruined many things. I used to be very scientifically inclined, and I like to make experiments with home stuff, which I then hid in places, and suddenly they would burst and fill everything with soap or oil or whatever I could put my hands on. So if you consider that potions, yeah. Question number 14. Have you ever played Bloody Mary? No. Nope. Haven't. Don't think I will. Will never try. No, 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 no. No Bloody Mary, no. Oh, there are other games here in Spain. We have similar games to Bloody Mary. No, no. I really like hearing people talk about them. I do enjoy hearing about the story, about the ritual, about experiences of people, but I would never do it myself. 14, 15. Do you believe in demons or the devil? Well, I'm a Christian, so yes, I do. And before you judge me, I think there is evil forces. I mean, Donald Trump. But yeah, I do believe. 16. You're home alone, but you hear footsteps in your house. What do you do? Well, let me tell you that in my house right now, the one you're seeing right freaking now, I do hear footsteps every single night. My husband sometimes works night and I freaking hear footsteps. What do? I turn around and try to freaking sleep because it's my neighbors. The insulation here is crappy, so I hear footsteps every day, every hour, anytime. If he's home, if I'm home alone, always, everything they do, I can hear it. So right now what I do is that I turn around, try to sleep, or if I'm doing my stuff, I keep doing my stuff. And I think that by the time I live in my own home, I'm going to be so used that if it ever happens, I will not even notice. Yeah, just a little bit of complaining right there. 17. If you got trapped in one scary movie, which would you choose? This one is easy. It Follows. I think it's a shitty movie. It's not scary at all, and I know how to beat the monsters. So, and it's not by having sex with many people, just in case. 18. If you could only wear one Halloween costume for the rest of your life, what would you be? Easy. I would find the comfiest onesie, like, I don't know, a dog, a cat, a unicorn. Unicorns could be kind of fun, but yeah, a onesie, whichever I can find first, whichever is cheapest, you know. And if you don't, now you know. 19. Would you ever go to a graveyard at night? Well, first of all, most of the graveyards close at night because people are assholes. Would I go? Yeah, but most people are very disrespectful. Like, a graveyard is not for the people who's there. Like, obviously, dead people and bodies are not nothing important, but you need to understand that these are places for those of us who have lost people, a place to pay our respects and cry and all that jazz. So being disrespectful at a graveyard it's shitty. So would I go? Yes. Would I go to do any stupid stuff like Ouija boards or trying to uh, open a grave? No. 20. In a zombie apocalypse, what is your weapon of choice? Well, if you have read Max Brooks' A Guide to Zombie Apocalypse, you know that the best weapon is a Shaolin. You know what the best weapon is? If you don't, you need to read that book. It's amazing, really fun, really entertaining. Absolutely adore. If that wasn't an option, I would say, oh, I don't know, a machete. Yeah. 21. Would you rather go to a Halloween party or go trick or treating? Well, since I'm from Spain, I've never gone trick or treating, and I would love to go trick or treating. I've never tried it. I think it's amazing, the idea of going to your neighbors' houses and ask for candy and be like, hey, give me candy. I think it's an amazing concept. And a Halloween party, I guess it's like a costume party with scary things and a lot of blood, so that's not fun. I would go trick or treating. 22. You're in a horror movie. Are you the final girl, the first to die, the comic relief, the skeptic, the smart one, or the killer? Well, I always wish I would be the final girl. I would be so brave and fight the killer and kill. But with age, you end up being more honest to yourself. I would be the first one to die. Absolutely. But, well, 23. Do you watch something happy after watching a horror movie so you can go to sleep? Well, no, I don't, because I don't watch scary stuff at night. Because I have a really fun brain that whatever is the last thing I watch at night is what I'm going to dream of. So I try to only watch scary stuff in the middle of the day where I'm going to keep doing stuff, and so I don't have to dream about whichever horrible thing is there. 24. Whilst watching scary movies, are you the person who yells at the characters, the person with their eyes covered the whole time, or the person who falls asleep? Well, I don't yell because I don't like yelling. I think it's annoying. But I am the one who keeps commenting on characters, not only in scary movies. I keep commenting on every character. I'm like, you're so stupid. But I have to admit that recently I watched It, the first one, the new version, not the old one. And one thing that I said is, okay, I can understand here that these are children. They follow the noise, they follow the scary balloon. It's like, okay, you're thinking to yourself, no, don't go there. What the But I do understand that children don't have the kind of thought that we have. But I hate in horror movies when you see a grown ass adult follow a noise, follow a light, follow a creepy kid in the middle of the night in an empty house. It's like, you are so freaking dumb. And I believe you can make scary movies without making your characters dumb as a rock. 25. Are you the one who gets scared or the one who does the scaring? Both. I love scaring people because I love being scared. 26. 26. 26. Favorite scary book? Clive Barker, Books of Blood, all of them. 27. How old were you when you saw your first horror movie? Well, let me tell you, I was a very precocious kid and my dad indulged me. So I've been watching scary movies since I can remember. 28. What was your first Halloween costume? Again, I'm from Spain, so I have never done a Halloween costume. 29. What are you going to be for Halloween this year? Employed. And 30. Last question. If you could have a spooky Halloween pet, black cat, owl, bat, rat, or wolf, what would you pick? Well, since I love owls, there's no question there, an owl. And I don't think they are spooky or scary. I think they're beautiful. And that's it. The tag is done. I hope you have a spooky and scary Halloween. If you don't celebrate Halloween, I hope you have a great night and tomorrow a great day. If you like this video, please let me know in the section down below. And if you don't know what to comment, obviously leave me a tiny ghost, an emoji ghost down there. And I hope you liked it. If you have any doubt, questions, ideas, critics, or anything you want to say, let me know in the comment section down below or through my social media. Linked in the info box down below and in the in the comment section. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe and hope for next Halloween. And I hope you liked it. So I would love to have the opportunity to go trick-or-treating. There's a ghost going to appear in my background. Hola!